Hello, it's Melinda from Alexis and Melinda's Art Space. Today I've got another Art Journal Habit 2018. It's a 30-day list of prompts that come out. I'll link the original lady below that I got the list of prompts from. So basically it's a habit to get into art journaling every day. I have miserably failed. I've not done it every day and the videos are taking longer to edit, but hey, what I'm working in today is my altered line book, and this background I started with. I made this page one night where I just wanted to stick stuff. So I went through my bits box of papers and just stuck it all over a blue background. There's napkins, there's scrapbook paper and different things. So I decided to use up a lot of those pre-made pages in this project to make them nice and quick videos. So gluing that piece down with the, I think it's a man and a woman, and that come out of I believe it was a music type free papery thing I got at JB Hi-Fi, I think it was called. And it just, the prompt, I should tell you that, the prompt is feel. So I was sort of looking for an image and I don't know sort of what I was looking for, feel, but this one jumped out with the rope pulling and the fluffy thing out above her head just looked like her head was going to explode. So I glued my picture down with, because it was like a newspaper quality, with Liquitex matte gel medium, my favourite matte gel medium. I would use it consistently all the time if it wasn't like $30 a bottle. I only buy it when it's on sale. And Link Clark didn't have any when I went in there the other day. I was so disappointed. They had a sale, but they didn't have any of that left for me to buy. Maybe I'd bought it all. Okay, so once I glued that down and dried it, I found that the image was blending in too much with the background, so I grabbed out a white chalk paint pen. I was going to use paint, but then I decided that I had this white chalk paint pen sitting there, so I decided to do something different and just do like fluffy lines from the edge of the picture going out about an inch all the way around. And I deliberately didn't do them all even. I wanted it to be, I don't know, like fuzzy. I don't know. I don't know what I was doing. Just playing. So a lot of these art journal prompts are just quick pages, just playing pages, just getting paint and ink and glue stuff on paper. So the chalk marker, the only problem with the chalk marker is because it's a chalk marker, it tends to dry a bit chalky. Hence the name chalk marker. Okay, it's late at night. I shouldn't be doing voiceovers late at night. So I do have to give it a coat of hairspray just to seal in the chalkiness. Otherwise it will all rub off, which is not a good look. So I do give it a coat of that in a minute. I love how this page turned out. It's very different to art journal I usually do. I usually do missions and mission inspiration, which is like an 8-step process. So there's a lot happening on the page. These pages I'm having fun with because they're nice and quick. I have sped this one up only 2 times. I did have it sped up 3 times my normal speed, and it was like a 4-minute video, and I thought I've got to waffle for more than 4 minutes. So I slowed it down a bit. I thought I can't do a voiceover for 4 minutes, and I do have some close-up pictures at the end for you to look at as well. So just dabbing off onto some scrap paper when my pen decided it didn't want to work anymore. I have issues with these paint pens, or they have issues with me. I did find it was a little translucent in areas, so it wasn't opaque enough that I wanted, so I did go over it again when it was dry. So then I grabbed some gesso for the left-hand side. I wanted to include a quote, and it's a bit hard to write a quote on that heavy background page. So I just grabbed some Montmartre gesso. It's not my favourite gesso. It is a little plasticky sometimes if you do it quite thick, but I tend to keep my layers quite thin and it tends to work. I have had friends that do like it, don't like it. What I say is give it a try. It ranges from about $10 to $15 for about half a litre here in Australia. So it's on the more basic range of gessos. And gesso can be quite expensive. Except for the lovely stuff we just got at Audi a couple of weeks ago. I wish that was all year round. So just wanting quite a white area to write on. I didn't want it totally white. I just wanted it to be able to see a little bit of the background through it, but I didn't want to totally sort of obliterate the background. This image just spoke to me for some reason when I was flipping through the magazines, and I thought it was a nice quirky way of doing it. Doing the prompt. All the prompts were randomly generated, so some of them are quite interesting, and I'm loving looking at the interpretation. I'll leave a link to the Facebook group below that everyone is posting their work in, and if you search the hashtag ArtJournalHabit2018, you'll see everything come up on social media. So I grabbed an alcohol marker and decided to do a scribbly border around the edge because it just needed something to frame the page. I find if my pages don't have some sort of border, they sort of don't feel finished. So I wanted to make sure that gesso was nice and dry before I went and wrote over the top of it. Otherwise I would wreck my pen, which is not a good look. So over the top of the white gesso, I decided to put some clear gesso, just to give the page a bit more tooth. The clear gesso, sometimes if the white gesso is a little plasticky, I do go over a coat with some homemade clear gesso, which is basically PVA glue, water and a white powder, called marble dust and called something else. I can't remember the technical name of it off the tip of my tongue, but there is a recipe on YouTube for that. I do have to make some more, so maybe I'll make my own. Oh my god, I should stop yawning. Maybe I'll make my own video as well. So I just grabbed a fine point marker and did some hand journaling. I don't hand journal a lot because my writing, well, as you can see, it stinks. It's messy and I just don't like it. I wish I could do awesome brush lettering. I sit there and admire some YouTubers and they will write like this and it will just look perfect, and I look at it and go, never going to happen. Writing and careful writing, neat writing has never been one of my strong points. So I have written, sometimes you feel you are tugged in many directions, sometimes you feel like your head will explode. Some days I feel like that. Tugged in many directions, I can experience that lately. It's life, I don't know. And now I'm just sort of pointing out that I will give it a coat of hairspray for the chalk. And I go over the left hand side of the page. I have no idea reason why. So just cheap hairspray, the cheaper the better. Works really well with sealing the page. So that page is done. I do leave it air dry overnight just for the hairspray to dry. So I'll leave you some close-up images at the end so you can see some more detail. And thanks for watching, and let me know if you're doing Art Journal Habit 2018. It is going to turn into a more than a November project for me, but I'm determined to get all the 30 done. I tried it last year and got 8. I've done 12 this year so far. I'm a little behind. We've got a week to go. I won't get them all done, but I'm determined. Between now and the end of December, they'll all be done and up on YouTube. Thank you for watching. Bye for now.